spend my time with the book.
Oh, Father, take Mary dance with us. No, Kitty, you be the man. No, you be the man. You're tallest.
Mr. Bennet! Mr. Bennet! Oh, Mr. Bennet, such news! Oh.
What is it, my love?
The neighbouring estate of Netherfield has been let at last to a single young man of good fortune. 4,000 or 5,000 a year.
And what is that to me?
You must know I intend to marry one of the girls to him.
For it is a truth, universally acknowledged, that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife.
Oh, you must go and visit him, Mr. Bennet. Does anybody want to know his name?
Yes, his name.
Mr. Bingley.
Kitty Bingley. Lydia Bingley. What nonsense, you haven't even seen him.
Oh, do go at once, Mr. Bennet. You must spin a claim for one of our girls. The Lucases will be determined to marry their Charlotte to him, though I'm sure he could not admire such a very plain girl.
Mamma.
Oh, I know she is your particular friend, Lizzie, but you must own she is very plain. And old mother agrees with me. Oh, do go at once, Mr. Bennet.
I shall do no such thing.
But why?
I've already met Mr. Bingley
Where did you meet him?
at the Lucases. He dined there yesterday.
I knew it! I knew it! It is already too late! Oh.
What was he like, Papa?
Oh, he was very agreeable.
But what did he look like, Papa?
He wore a blue coat and he rode a black horse.
Well, that's no description at all. I, for one, like a man in a blue coat. Well, I, for one, prefer a red coat. Aunt and Uncle are here.
Dear brother, we thought you might not arrive in time for the ball.
I missed a chance to dance with my 5 lovely nieces at the Meryton Assembly. Preposterous!
Oh, all night long I've been in a nervous state about the silk roses for the girls' dancing slippers.
Well, you may sleep soundly tonight, for I have them here. And a few other little things.
Presents!
Jane, Eliza, how well you both look. Don't you think so, dear?
Ready to bring some hearts to the ball, I think.
I hope our Eliza's been taking many good long thoughtful walks.
I have.
And Jane, you remind me so much of your mother when she was your age.
Oh, dear brother, you do flatter me. Jane is the most beautiful of my girls. That is not in dispute. And after her, Kitty. Lydia has the best nature, I'm sure. And Elizabeth has a rustic quality, but in certain circumstances is not unattractive.
And Mary?
Oh!
Where is Mary?
Mary, I always forget about her. Mary! Go and practice your dances with your sisters.
Yes, come along, Mary, join us. I know it is a hardship, but you really must pretend to learn to enjoy yourself, dear.
Every impulse of feeling should be guided by reason. But I should forbear to dance if I must. Society has claimed on us all.
Oh, but wait! I have such news! Oh, Mr. Bennet, if I can but see one of my girls happily married to Mr. Bingley and living at Netherfield, I shall have nothing to wish for.
I shall assure Mr. Bingley of my hearty consent to his marrying whichever of the girls he chooses, but I must throw in a good word for my Lizzie.
Oh, you are always giving her the preference. Lizzie is no better than all the others. You take great delight in vexing me. You have no compassion on my poor nerves.
I have the highest respect for your nerves, my dear. They've been my old friends these 23 years.
Kitty, Mary, Elizabeth, and Jane the eldest.
May I ask Miss Jane Bennett to dance for the next 2 Miss Bennett?
Oh yes, Mr. Bingley, you may. Oh, here comes Charlotte Lucas, hoping to steal Mr. Bingley away, no doubt. Too late, my dear, too late.
Mother. Charlotte. The lovely blush you have to your cheeks, I believe you're dancing.
I believe I danced the first two with Mr. Bingley.
Voila! Did you hear that, Mamma? Charlotte danced the first two with Mr. Bingley.
Well, of course, we have not yet arrived, and you would have to dance the first two with someone.
What is he like?
Oh, he's very handsome and very agreeable.
And with a good fortune too, let us not forget.
But I do believe he's found a new partner.
No matter, for we are not his type.
Caroline, may I introduce Miss Jane Bennett? Miss Bennett, this is my sister, and my friend, Mr. Darcy. Come, Darcy, I must have you dance. I hate to see you standing about here in this stupid manner. You had much better dance.
You know how I detest it, unless I am particularly acquainted with her partner. Now, your sister is engaged in conversation, and there is no other woman present whom it would not be a punishment to dance.
On my honour, I've never seen such a beautiful creature. But there is one of her sisters here, Miss Elizabeth Bennett.
She is tolerable. Not handsome enough to tempt me. Now, go back to your partner and enjoy her smiles. You're wasting your time on them.
Pity poor Eliza, not handsome enough to dance with.
Now, Charlotte, he did own that I was tolerable.
Tolerable. You are better off without such a disagreeable partner. How wrong it is that dancing is so popular amongst such uncivilized society. Don't you agree, Darcy?
Any savage can dance, Miss Bingley.
I know exactly what you're thinking. And I'm thinking exactly the same thing. And I've never been more annoyed. The insipidity and yet the loudness of it all, and the self-importance of it to people.
I'm afraid you are mistaken.
How so?
I was merely thinking what pleasure a pair of fine eyes in the face of a pretty woman can bestow.
And what pretty woman has inspired this change of heart?
That one.
Which one?
Miss Elizabeth Bennett.
He's looking shocking. Darcy, for a moment there I thought you were being serious. Now tell me, when would it be that I wish you joy?
No doubt he's found an additional defect in me to criticise.
Well, my mother says he has 10,000 a year, one of the grandest estates in the country, so he has a right to be proud.
I could easily forgive his pride if he had not mortified mine. Lizzie! Lizzie!
Oh, hello, Charlotte. Mr. Bingley says we're going to private ball at Netherfield as soon as he is settled, and the regiment is due to the village any day.
So there'll be plenty of partners for everyone,
Even for you, Charlotte.
Lydia! I'll have you know, Charlotte was Mr. Bingley's first choice.
Well, it looks as though you're the 32nd.
Well, you couldn't help but notice that you were 5 times as pretty as every other woman in the room.
Lizzie.
Well, I permit you to like him. He's like far stupider a person. And yet you never see a fault in anybody. I don't think I've ever heard you speak ill of another human being. Well, I always speak truthfully. And that, dear Jane, is the wonder. With your good sense to be blind to the nonsense and follies of others. Just suppose you liked his sister, Miss Bingley. She was rather beautiful, don't you think? And very charming when you converse with her. Really, Jane, charming. I found her to be rather conceited and proud. Dear Lizzie, you must not judge people so hastily. Well, Mr. Darcy judged me rather harshly this evening.
If I begin to judge, you may find it useful to remember this. Judge not, lest ye be judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged.
Yes, thank you, Mary.
You began the evening well, Charlotte. You were Mr. Bingley's first choice.
Yes, but only because someone else had not yet arrived.
Oh, you mean Jane, because we had not yet arrived and we'd have to dance with someone. Yes, to be sure, it did seem as if he admired her. In fact, I rather think he did. And his sister Jane did invite Jane to dine at Netherfield tomorrow. But alas, it may yet come to nothing.
But it may come to something if you help him on a bit, Jane.
What do you mean?
Few men have hearts enough to really fall in love without encouragement.
Oh, but she does help him on, as much as her nature would allow.
Jane, you are too good at concealing your feelings.
You make me laugh, Charlotte, but it is not sound. You know it is not sound, and you would never behave in such a way yourself.
You should think I would not, but remember, I'm 27 and a burden to my family.
Nonsense.
You're a great comfort to your parents, Sharon.
Well, if you were to marry Mr. Bingley tomorrow, I should think you'd have as good a chance of happiness as any married couple could boast.
I think it's going to rain. Jane, I have such a good idea. Tomorrow, you must go and visit the Bingleys on horseback, because it is likely to rain, and then they will insist that you stay all night at Netherfield. How could they send you home when you might catch your death of cold?
If you don't catch it on your way there.
I'd much rather go in the coach.
What a stroke of luck.
It is a sweet girl, but her illness is most inconvenient. If I were to visit with you at Pemberley, Darcy, I should not be so inconsiderate.
See who I found.
Ah, Miss Bennet, I did not hear your carriage in the park.
It was only a short walk. It was having for the exercise.
You walked? I'm all astonishment, Darcy, not all astonishment. Can I get you some refreshment?
Thank you, but I'm only here to inquire after my sister.
Miss Jane was feeling quite feverish and could not sleep. I was on my way to fetch her.
Poor thing.
Jane, it's Lizzie.
Oh, Lizzie.
Lizzie, I'm glad you are here. I fear I've been a terrible guest. Well, Mr. Bingley has been so kind. I tried to prepare for breakfast. We should get you home.
I'll get fetch the carriage.
Nonsense. Miss Jane will stay until she is quite well. Please tell us she will join us today.
Thank you, Mr. Bingley. Jane, we should get you to bed. Will you show us the way?
Of course. Ah. To Brighton Hill Sick Room.
Charles! What can Miss Eliza Bennet mean walking with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 miles or whatever it is? And her petticoat. I hope you saw her petticoat, 6 inches deep in mud. I could hardly keep my countenance, Mr. Darcy. It just goes to show that Miss Bennet has no accomplishments going for her, neither beauty nor grace. In short, she has nothing at all going for her, apart from being an excellent walker. Miss Bennet, you're such a church mouse. Can I get you a book? Or should we play card games? I'm wild for Bannon.
The book will be fine.
Ah, yes. For Miss Bennet is an avid reader, and she has little passion for anything else.
I deserve neither such praise nor such censure. I am not a great reader, and I have pleasure in many things.
Darcy here is always buying books. He has quite the magnificent library at Pemberley. Don't you, Darcy?
It ought to be good. It must be the work of many generations.
visit with you, Darcy, at Pemberley, see you in your natural setting. You should visit Pemberley, Miss Bennet, in the summer, when nobody is home. Mrs. Reynolds loves showing the tourists around.
Have you ever been to Derbyshire, Miss Bennet? It's a lovely country.
And it has so many nice walks. We all know how fond you are of walking.
And it's only what, Darcy? 3 days' ride?
I have not been that far north. Though my aunt lived for a time in Lambton.
Where does she live now?
London, Cheapside. My uncle's in trade.
Cheapside. Like your sister Georgiana, Darcy. Do tell her how I longed to see her and how happy I was to hear of her improvement on the harp. Oh, Mr. Darcy, you do not like your pen. Let me fix it for you, for I'm excellent.
Well, I thank you, but I always mend my own.
You do write extremely fast, Mr. Darcy.
I'm afraid you are mistaken. I write rather slowly.
Charles writes so fast, he misses out half his letters and blots the rest.
My ideas flow so rapidly I've not the time to express them. And sometimes my letters convey no ideas at all.
Your humility is unimpeachable, Mr. Bingley.
Nothing is more deceitful than false modesty. It is usually an indirect boast. You are only proud of your defects in writing, Bingley, because you think they make them more interesting.
Let us leave the men to their letter writing, Miss Bennet. Take a turn about the evening. It is most refreshing. Brother dear, do you still intend on holding a ball at Netherfield? There is some in present company that should find that idea rather tiresome.
If you mean Darcy, we may go to bed if he chooses. As soon as Miss Jane is feeling better, I shall send up the cards.
Won't you join us for a stroll, Mr. Darcy?
I believe that would defeat your purpose.
Whatever can he mean, Miss Bennet?
I think he means to be severe with us. And the best way to disappoint him is to ask him nothing about it.
I'll not have it. I demand an explanation, Mr. Darcy.
I can only suppose that your motive in walking around him is to show your figures to best advantage, in which case I can admire them much better from you.
Shocking. How should we punish him?
Nothing so easy. Tease him. Laugh at him. You must know his weakness.
Laugh at Mr. Darcy. He's a fortress, impenetrable.
In a fortress, impenetrability is a strength indeed. Though in a person, I would argue that it is a weakness.
I avoid those weaknesses that expose a strong understanding to ridicule.
Such as vanity and pride.
Vanity is a weakness indeed, but where there is a real superiority of mind, the pride will always be in good recognition.
Well, then I'm perfectly convinced Mr. Darcy has no defect. He admits it
I have
himself.
faults enough. I cannot forget the follies and vices of others so soon as I ought, nor their offences against myself. My temper might perhaps be called resentful. My good opinion once lost is lost forever.
You have chosen your faults back. You are safe with me. I cannot laugh at them.
Every disposition has a tendency to some defect.
And your defect is a propensity to hate everybody.
And yours is to willfully misunderstand me.
Oh, look at you two, sparring away like young lovers.
It must have one day.
May I have this dancing Spanish?
Do not suppose I move this way in order to beg a partner. I have no intention of dancing, Mr. Darcy. I'm only here to ask Mr. Bingley if we may go in his carriage.
Mine is at your disposal. It's larger.
Sure, Mr. Bingley's carriage is perfectly adequate.
As you will.
Would you care for anything else, Mr. Collins? If we had known you were coming to luncheon, I would have arranged for a full 3 courses.
I thank you for your consideration, but...
But alas, Mr. Bennet neglected to inform us of your arrival.
May I assure you, madam, I am repeat. And pray, to which of my fair cousins I may ascribe the excellence of the cookery?
We are perfectly able to keep a cook, Mr. Collins. My girls have nothing to do in the kitchen apart from the mince pies at Christmas.
If I have given offence, I am truly mortified. Please accept my most humble apology.
No offence has been taken, Mr. Collins.
And so, Mr. Collins, to what purpose do we have the pleasure of your visit?
Having taken ordination this Easter, the unfortunate circumstance of my being named to inherit your estate after your death has, I assure you, cousin, always given me much uneasiness. And so I wish to extend the olive branch, which I hope you will not reject.
That is very generous of you, Mr. Collins, and in my turn, I warmly welcome you to Longbourn as my guest. When I'm dead, which I fear may not be for several years, I trust you'll welcome the occasional appearance of my ghost in the library.
I took this ordination this Easter and was fortunate enough to receive the patronage of Lady Catherine de Bourgh, whose bounty and beneficence have preferred to me the valuable rectory in my parish.
You're very fortunate in your patroness, Mr. Collins.
Never in my life have I experienced such behaviour in a person of rank, such affability, condescension as I have experienced from Lady Catherine.
You mentioned she is a widow, sir. Does she have any family?
She has but one daughter, Lady Anne. But sadly, her indifferent state of health prevents her being presented at court, depriving the nation of its brightest woman. Her ladyship likes such delicate little compliments as these.
Tell me, Mr. Collins, do these teasing compliments stem from the impulse of the moment, or are they a result of previous study?
They arise chiefly from what is passing at the time. Though when I do prepare such compliments in advance, I endeavour to give them as unstudied an air as possible.
Highly commendable.
May I compliment you on your elegant furnishings?
Oh, you mean to keep those too, do you?
Will you join me in the library, Mr. Collins?
With pleasure. Tell me, Mr. Bennet, do you have many rare volumes? You would not happen to have an inventory at hand, would you? I've been charged by my patroness with cataloguing her extensive library, which includes a maximum.
How grand!
Oh, the abominable nerve of that Mr. Collins, sniffing about as if he already owns this place and everything in it. How should he inherit Longbourn? It's so unfair. Oh.
It's not the fault of Mr. Collins that he is to inherit me now. After all, if we had had a brother, then...
Oh, I see. It's my fault, is it? My fault that I was so unlucky to have 5 daughters.
Mother!
Oh, do not be so severe. Mr. Collins has only expressed good intentions.
La 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 la. I will not have his name mentioned in my house. Oh, it is like a knife in my heart. Oh, my poor nerves. No one knows what I suffer. Oh, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Oh, Mr. Collins. Oh, you must excuse me. You can understand that your visit has put me in mind of the dreadful day when my husband is dead, and you shall take possession of Longbourn and everything in it, and we will be tossed out onto the streets without a roof over our heads, and...
It is on precisely this matter that I wish to speak to you, madam. May we have a quiet word?
Oh,
As you are aware, I have recently come to be entrusted with a valuable living in a humble but comfortable parsonage house in Kent. It is my intention, Mrs. Bennet, to atone for my inheritance by taking one of your daughters to wife.
yes, do go on, Mr. Collins.
It's come to my attention that your eldest has the ideal qualities of grace, composure and beauty that I seek.
Oh, Jane. Oh, yes, thank you. And thank you, sir, for your kind compliments. But I feel I just must inform you that Jane is very soon to be engaged to our neighbour, Mr. Bingley.
I see. Well, in that case, one of the others would want equally well.
My daughter Lizzie is next in age. And in beauty. Lizzie! Lizzie!
Jane and Lizzie have left for the village, Mamma.
Oh, all right. Mary! Mary, quickly! Please take Mr. Collins to the village.
Is he gone?
Oh, Mr. Bennett. Oh, Mr. Collins means to marry one of the girls.
Well, Mary should suit him very well.
No! He must have Lizzie. She will be the hardest to marry off, for she has no accomplishments and the most difficult temperament. No, he must have Lizzie, and she will learn her place as the wife of a clergyman. And it is such a horrid joke, don't you think, on that horrid Mr. Collins to have such a wife?
Mrs. Bennet, such demonstrations of your wit never cease to surprise.
Lizzie, look at the new hat I bought for the ball at Netherfield. Isn't it the very thing?
Yes, it's the very ugliest thing I've ever seen.
It is not. It's the fashion from Paris.
If you wear that to the ball, you'll look like one of the centerpieces.
Kitty, look! An officer! And look who it is! And don't you look handsome in your regiment as Mr. Wickham?
Do you like Kitty's new hat? Isn't it hideous?
It's the latest thing.
I think it's very pretty. Will you introduce me?
Mr. Wickham, may I introduce you to my sisters? Miss Bennet, Miss Elizabeth Bennet. This is Mr. Wickham.
We met him while you were at the Netherfield ball. Isn't he the handsomest officer? Yes.
Cousin Elizabeth, Cousin, anyway, might we have a quiet one?
Won't you stop and catch your breath first, sir?
Yes, of course. I shall listen to my most sensible, considerate cousin.
Mr. Wickham, allow me to introduce you to our cousin, Mr. Collins. He has recently taken his orders and been established at a parsonage in Moses Park, near Kent.
The home of Lady Catherine de Bourgh.
Oh, do you know her ladyship, sir?
I have met her, though I was just a boy at the time. Is she as imposing figure as I recall?
Oh, indeed, sir. She is the sort of woman about whom one cannot have too much reverence.
You know, it's the strangest thing. I only thought I saw a carriage here this morning.
Where, sir?
There, sir.
There, sir?
Over there.
Was it the barouche or the phaeton? Her ladyship has many conveyances.
The phaeton, I think. Look, isn't that it over there, sir?
Where, sir?
There, sir.
There, sir?
Yes, over there, by the milliners.
I should investigate at once. Ladies?
I say a full compliment to Miss Bennet. Miss Jane, I was on my way to Longbourn to inquire after your health. I must say, you look most remarkably well.
I have been enjoying some exercise.
Have you received my invitation to board Netherfield?
With the greatest pleasure.
Darcy! Darcy, see what I found.
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wickham, whom we have just met.
Well, must be off. Good day, Mr. Wickham. Miss Bennet. Miss Bennet. Miss Bennet. Miss Bennet. Miss Bennet.
That man thinks he's so important, it's above common decency. Such shocking rudeness.
Think nothing of it, I don't. Darcy and I just have a little history, that's all. Do you know him well?
As well as I wish to.
You shouldn't blame him. It is a family trait. After all, his aunt is Lady Catherine de Bourgh, and he is due to marry her daughter, Lady Anne.
No.
Yes. You know, I always found her snobbery ridiculous, her taste questionable, and the company she met, very weird. She has surrounded herself with half of her own porters and a ton of lackeys. You're blushing. Have I shocked you?
I am virtually unshockable, I assure you. Ask anybody.
I hope you don't think me cruel. I can't abide cruelty.
So long as you speak the truth, I cannot see why you should not speak your mind.
Even so, I don't wish to cause offence. I will be more careful in future.
Please don't on my account. I will inquire no further into the matter between you and Mr. Darcy, though should you wish to tell me, I will have no objection to hearing it.
Some other time, perhaps.
Or will we see you at the ball at Netherfield? You are certainly a favourite among my sisters, and we have such a shortage of partners for dancing. I do hope Mr. Darcy won't keep you away.
If he does not wish to see me, he will leave. I won't miss it for the world. Will you save me those 2 dances?
It would be my pleasure, sir.
Until then, I will cannot leave dress over to next time.
I am sure Mr. Wickham will be here soon.
Jane, go dance with Mr. Bingley. I will be fine.
Lizzie, I have terrible news to tell you. Mr. Wickham has been called away to town and will not be at the ball.
Lydia, it was my news to tell.
Girls, you were paid for a dance in Mrs. Collins. Does the Archbishop agree?
I believe it to be a harmless recreation, when the society is of a respectable nature.
I agree. I think it is no sacrifice to occasionally join in evening arrangements.
Indeed, I am so far from objecting this minute, so I think I may solicit your hand for the next dance, dear cousin.
I'm... very well.
That impression.
I heard you say as much. You likened it to a kind of torture unless you were especially acquainted with your partner.
We are especially acquainted, Miss Bennet.
And the musicians play very well, don't you think? Now you should say something.
Whatever you wish me to say should be said.
I will do for the present. Now we may be silent.
Do you always talk about the when dancing?
Sometimes. One must talk a little. It's just good manners.
Do you and your sisters often walk to the village?
Very often. We were just forming a new acquaintance when you met us there.
Mr. Wickham has a real talent for making friends, while he is capable of retaining them.
He has been so unlucky as to lose your friendship. You once told me that you hardly ever forgave, that you did it begin you once lost is lost for good.
May I ask what these questions tell you, Miss Bennet?
I'm just trying to sketch out your character.
May I ask you not to sketch my character at the present moment?
Listen, but do not take your license now. I want to have another opportunity.
No, indeed.
Your brother is such a charming young man, and so but I'm sure you and your brother know many of the first rank.
Mamma, may I speak with you?
What is it, Lizzie? I'm talking with Miss Bingley, who's very nearly a relation already.
For heaven's sake, speak lower, mother, please.
Oh, you think I'm afraid of being overheard by Mr. Darcy? He is nothing to me, fancying himself so very grand. It would be a misfortune to be liked by him.
Oh Lord, that this dinner would come and put an end to this display. I am dying of hunger.
Take you into dinner, cousin Elizabeth?
I'm not very hungry, Mr. Collins. I have a bit of a headache, and you will have to excuse me, because I think I will rest here where it is quiet until dinner is over.
In that case, I shall remain with you for the rest of the evening. You see, my chief object is to recommend myself to you through such delicate attentions as these.
It's really not necessary, Mr. Collins, I assure you. I will follow you into it in a moment, I promise.
Your elegant protestations are delightful. Convince me to say.
Charlotte! Charlotte! I was just trying to convince Mr. Collins to go into dinner without me. Perhaps if you would wait here with me a moment so he may go in and we will follow you directly, Mr. Collins.
Consider your concern for me most commendable. It adds to your other perfections.
I have no one to accompany me into the dining room. Might I impose upon you?
I'm very much engaged at present, as you can see, Miss Lucas.
I'm sure my father, Sir William Lucas, would be very interested to hear about your intimate connection with Lady Catherine de Bourgh.
In that case, I feel it would show a duty to a person of rank. If you will permit me to leave you, Miss Bennet.
This hour.
It's really you, Mamma.
Is it? Oh, it was a very late evening. But most enjoyable, don't you think, Mr. Collins? I felt most at home at Netherfield, which is just as well, for I suppose we shall be spending most of our time there once Jane is married to Mr. Bingley.
May I solicit the honour of a private audience with your daughter Elizabeth in the course of this morning?
Oh, yes, Mr. Collins, I'm sure she can have no objection. Lizzie? Lizzie? Come, oh, there you are. Now, girls, upstairs. Come on, upstairs, please. Now.
Oh no, do not go. I beg you will not go. Mr. Collins will have to excuse me, but he can have nothing to say that anybody need not hear.
I insist you stay and hear Mr. Collins. Thank you, Lizzie. Mary! I desire you stay where you are and hear Mr. Collins. Mary! Now!
Well, Mr. Collins, what have you to say?
Believe me, dear cousin, as your reticence, so far from doing you any disservice, merely add to your long list of commendable qualities. Indeed, you would have been less amiable in my eyes if there had not been this little unwillingness.
Oh, I beg you, sir, the sooner we warm to your subject, the sooner this will be over, and for that I will thank you.
Almost as soon as I entered the house, I singled you out as the companion of my future life. Being as I am to inherit this estate after the death of your father, who, however, may live many years longer, I have resolved to choose a wife from among his daughters.
Mr. Collins.
And it is the express wish of my patroness, Lady Catherine of Brown, that I return home with a bride as soon as possible. And therefore nothing remains but for me to assure you in the most animated language of the violence of my affection.
Oh! You are too hasty, sir. I have not yet made my answer. I thank you for the compliment, but it is impossible for me to accept.
Please, discouraged by your future, so I've no doubt that I shall lead you to the altar ere long.
Upon my word, sir. You could never make me happy, and I am perfectly convinced that you're the last woman and man in the world who can make me so.
I'm aware that it is usual among young ladies to reject the addresses of the man whom they secretly wish to accept when he first applies for their faith.
If what I have said sounds encouraging, I do not know how to express my refusal in a way that you will understand.
I should choose to interpret what you say as a means of increasing your love for me by suspense, according to the usual practice of elegant females.
I am not an elegant female! I'm a rational creature speaking the truth from her heart! To accept your offer is absolutely impossible! My feelings in every respect forbid it! Can I speak plainer?
You are uniformly charming.
Oh, Mr. Collins! Mr. Collins! Oh, Elizabeth shall be brought to reason. She is a very foolish, headstrong girl who does not know her own interest, but I will make her know it.
Madam, if I may interrupt, if she is, as you say, headstrong and foolish, she may not be the most suitable wife for a man in my situation.
Oh, sir, you misunderstand me. She is only foolish and headstrong in matters such as these. In everything else, she is as good-natured a girl as ever lived. Mr. Bennet will settle the matter. Mr. Bennet! Will you excuse us, Mr. Collins? Mr. Bennet! Where is Mr. Bennet? Oh.
What is it?
Oh, Mr. Bennet, we are in uproar. Mr. Collins and Lizzie, you must make him marry her. Oh.
I have not the pleasure of understanding you. Of what are you talking?
Oh, Mr. Collins and Lizzie. Mr. Collins declares that he will not have Lizzie, and Lizzie begins to say that she will not have Mr. Collins.
Well, then it seems a hopeless business.
Speak to her! Tell her you insist upon her marrying him. Oh.
I understand that Mr. Collins has made you an offer of marriage, Elizabeth. Is this so? And you've refused it. Is it true?
Yes, sir.
And your mother insists upon your accepting him. Is that not so, Mrs. Bennet?
Yes, or I will never speak to her again.
An unhappy alternative is before you, Elizabeth. From this day forward, you must be a stranger to one of your parents. If you do not accept Mr. Collins, your mother will never see you again. And if you do accept him, I will never see you again.
Oh, Mr. Bennet, it is so like you never to take my side. Where will we go when you are dead? How will we live?
With any luck, my dear, I will outlive you.
Have I come to bad time?
Miss Lucas, your timing is impeccable. Thank you, dear.
Oh, Charlotte, what do you think has happened this morning? Mr. Collins has made an offer to Lizzie, but she will not have him. He liked Jane first. She told him that Jane was taken. So then Lizzie was next in line. Mary's next, I'm sure. I really hope she picks him so he doesn't work his way down to us.
Charlotte, you must speak to Lizzie and insist that she marries Mr. Collins. If she does not, we will be thrown out of the house before Mr. Bennet's body is quite cold. those who never complain are never pitied. But you're not leaving us today, Mr. Collins?
The sole object of my visit has been to secure for myself an amiable companion, with all consideration for the advantage to you and your family. If my manner has been at all reprehensible, I here beg leave to apologise. I shall send for my trunks this afternoon.
I am on the village this morning, Mr. Collins. Would you care to accompany me?
Yes, Miss Stevens, I accept your offer. As I take my leave, reluctantly, I bid farewell to all my fair cousins, not excepting my cousin Elizabeth.
Oh Lord, what a horrid man! Oh, good heavens.
And now that Charlotte Lucas has got her hooks in him. I knew it. I knew it. I could not bear to see her become mistress of my house. Oh,
Mamma, they've only gone for a walk.
oh.
Mr. Collins is a very good and decent sort of man. I find his earnestness is quite endearing.
Oh, Mary, he's quite an appalling bore.
And a terrible dancer.
He is not a clever man, and for this we should pity him. With application and exposure to the right books and a decent wife, I see no reason why Mr. Collins might not prove a very serviceable companion. Oh, thank you not to laugh at me.
Mr. Wickham is coming at the pass! Oh, we were longing for you at the ball, Mr. Wickham. Yet we had a partner for every dance. So many officers.
Sounds like a wonderful evening.
It was. I danced so much I strained my ankle. See, Lydia, shocking. I strained mine too. And I'll never make it all the way to the village without a strong man's arm to lean upon.
I'll be delighted to offer the Invers my assistance.
We'll get our things. Lydia, you're not dressed. Hurry!
Well,
Well,
it's very quiet all of a sudden.
that, sir, is a rarity in this house. Enjoy it while you can.
I've come to apologise
Apologise.
for not attending the ball when I said I would be there.
While you were missed.
I'm ashamed of myself. It was inexcusable. But I knew Darcy would be there and you must think I'm a coward.
Not at all. Why are you so afraid of him?
I'm not afraid of him. He's done his worst to injure me, yet here I am. But he is a very rich and powerful man with a violent temper. If he were to observe...
What?
If he was to observe an attachment between us. I'm too presumptuous. Forgive me. I should not assume that you...
What?
You'll have me say it. Fine. I will show you some courage in an attempt to redeem myself. I should not assume you share my feelings, Miss Eliza. We have met but once, and yet I find myself speaking to you constantly in my mind, and thinking up things to amuse you, so I might see that bewitching smile once again. I just feared that Darcy might do something to injure or wound you in order to manipulate me. He's not above such behaviour.
I'm touched by your thoughtful concern for me, Mr. Wickham. So I find it hard to believe that Mr. Darcy is as pet as that.
I'm afraid it is.
You must tell me.
Darcy and I grew up together at his father's estate at Pemberley, which my father managed. His father was very fond of me and left me a generous legacy as well, which Mr. Darcy chose to give elsewhere.
But how did his father's will be disregarded?
What can I say? Had the father liked me less, the son might have liked me more.
Oh, Jane, what is it? What does it matter?
You read it.
I'll take my leave.
Oh no. Please.
It's from Miss Bingham. They've all left Merfield for London today, and with no intention of returning. She says her brother, Mr. Bingham, is anxious to see Darcy's sister Georgiana, and that she expects that they shall very soon be engaged. What do you think, Lizzie? Is it not clear enough? Caroline is perfectly convinced of her brother's indifference to me. I must have been mistaken in his affection.
Jane, anyone who had seen the two together could not mistake his feelings for you. His sister sees that he is in love, but we are not rich enough or grand enough for them. Are you all right?
All well, you will be forgot.
But why should his happiness be disregarded at the whim of his sister?
Please, no more. No more. This chapter is quite closed.
We have been so ill-used since your last visit. 2 of my girls on the point of marriage, and yet nothing came of it. My only comfort is that Jane will die of a broken heart, and then he will be sorry for what he's done.
Mother! Poor you. Such misfortunes must be very difficult on your nerves.
Oh, my poor nerves. I don't think they've ever been so bad. I don't get a wink of sleep. Not a wink. Oh, even just thinking about them gives me a headache and a terrible twitch, don't you see?
Why don't you lie down and try to close your eyes for a while? I can look after things here.
Oh, dearest friend, you are too good to me. I will take your advice.
You are too good to us all, Aunt.
Poor Jane. I am so sorry that your match did not come off. But we have all had our hearts broken.
What, you?
Yes, more than once. And your own one. How many times, dear?
What, dear?
How many times have you suffered a broken heart?
Upwards of 60 at least.
Come now, Uncle.
Only 45 of which were enough to affect my appetite.
A young man so easily falls in love with a pretty girl for a few weeks, and when accident separates them, so easily forgets her.
Jane does not suffer by accident, Uncle. It is with a considerable effort on the part of his friends that Mr. Bingley has been persuaded to forget her.
Poor pet, she will not get over this soon, I think.
Let us take Jane with us back to London for a few months, so she may properly forget it.
Oh, Mr. Wickham, don't let Lydia torment you. She is such a terrible flirt. You mustn't encourage her.
I don't mind. I never had a younger sister, so to be welcome to a house so full is like a dream come true.
Dear, I'm afraid I can't be surprised. Can I help with anything?
Can you do a bow? You've always made such good ones.
Jane, Mr. Bingley?
It seems that Mr. Bingley is soon to be engaged to Mr. Darcy's younger sister.
No.
I simply cannot understand it. He and Jane were so violently in love.
I can now realise that that phrase violently in love is so happy.
I, for one, hope it is not.
Mr. Collins has asked for my hand, and I've accepted it.
Oh, Charlotte, you make me laugh. I so needed a good joke. You're not serious.
Mr. Collins and I are engaged tonight.
My dear Charlotte, engaged to Mr. Collins? Impossible.
Why should you think it's impossible? Because he didn't succeed with you? I've never been romantic. I never was. I only asked for a comfortable home.
Charlotte, what of love?
What of it? I never felt it to any amount of great degree. Certainly not the degree you read of in books.
But you would if you would just wait for the right man.
And how much longer would you think it'd be prudent for me to wait?
I've always admired you for your good sense and clear-headedness.
It is because because of this, I've accepted him. You must see, Eliza, that an acceptance based on a clear head is at least equal to one based on a glance across a crowded room.
Yes. No, wait, I mean, no!
Eliza, could it be that a man and woman brought together in an instant is more likely to break apart?
Look how happy Jane and Mr. Bingley were.
And how happy are they now? I'm sorry, Eliza, I know you're angry, but I'm doing my best to provide for my own future. And if you cannot respect me for it, then it is my loss indeed, for you are my dearest friend, and I wish nothing to hurt you at all.
I will have my blessing.
I don't need your blessing. I didn't come here to ask for it. I only wanted to share in my happiness.
Charlotte, I'm such a thoughtless person.
But you must always speak from the heart, and it is because of this that I love you. Please don't tell anyone. Mr. Collins wants to surprise you all. Promise to visit me in the spring at Hinsfield. There in a few months, I promise you will find us happy.
What is it, Lizzie?
The more I see of the world, Father, the more dissatisfied I am with it and all the human character within, and the little dependency that can be placed on good sense or merit. Charlotte, engaged to Mr. Collins.
Charlotte Lucas has always been a good friend to this family, and when Mr. Collins inherits the estate,
Father, please.
and Charlotte is mistress of Longbourn, you may be grateful that she is your friend.
We should go greet our guests.
I suppose we must. Let's get this business over with. Why do you laugh?
Sound like Mr. Darcy.
As you see, cousin, this narrow lane is the only separation between the gardens of our humble abode and the grandeur that is Rosings Park. And now we approach the finest view of Lady Catherine's estate. Her ladyship feels the best view of the house is from the meadow. Allow me to escort you.
Oh, no, darling. The rest is after quite choose to walk through the meadow.
My dear Charlotte, you are quite right. I think if you can see, cousin, that I am the most fortunate of men to have found such an amiable wife. And I have your protection to thank for my good fortune. Oh, and I should add, cousin, do not make yourself uneasy as to your apparel. Lady Catherine likes to have the distinction of rank preserved.
Well, my Eliza.
I know. I hate to admit it, but you have to rather welcome yourself, Charlotte. Your humble abode is charming. And he really does all the gardening himself.
Oh, yes, Lady Catherine recommends it as a very amiable pastime, and has taken it up to the exclusion of any other pursuit. But I inherit it as much as possible.
Who is that over there? Is that Lady Catherine?
Oh, no, that's her daughter, Lady Anderville.
The one who's to be engaged to Mr. Darcy? Yes. I like her appearance. Yes, she will make him a good wife.
Make haste! Make haste!
Lady Catherine doesn't like to be kept waiting.
and you are feeding your chickens barley groats?
Yes, Lady Catherine.
And they are now laying?
No, Lady Catherine.
Impossible. Had you followed my instructions properly, they were to be laying by Valentine's Day.
Yes, Lady Catherine.
I will condescend to visit the parsonage tomorrow and personally inspect the quality of your barley groats.
Thank you, Lady Catherine. You are most kind.
Miss Bennet, why do you visit in spring when summer is the best time? It is a most singular decision.
Well, I came down from London where I was visiting my aunt and uncle with Sir William, Charlotte's father.
Sir William keeps a post chaise, Your Ladyship.
I have told him he must at once invest in a proper barouche. The post chaise is most terribly common. And how many sisters do you have?
I'm the second of 5 daughters.
Yes, well, there are no sons for Mr. Collins is to inherit the estate. And how many of your sisters are married?
We are all of us unmarried.
And how many of your sisters are out?
We are all of us out.
What? All 5 of you? The younger ones before the elder ones are married?
I think it would be hard upon my younger sisters to be held back from the pleasures of youth because their older sisters have not had the opportunity to marry.
Upon my word, Miss Bennet, you speak your mind most decidedly for one so young. Oh, Darcy, you are too late. We have already dined.
Well, thank you, Aunt. But I ate along the way at a chop house.
This is my nephew, Fitzwilliam Darcy. He is engaged to my daughter, Lady Anne.
Good evening, Miss Bennet.
Pray, how do you know this young Lady Darcy? Surely she does not move in your circle.
We met at an assembly while I was in Hertfordshire last summer. How was your family, Miss Bennet?
Very well, thank you. My sister has been in town these last 3 months. You do not happen to see her there during your stay?
I was never so lucky as to see Miss Bennet.
Speak up, so that I may have my share of the conversation of what you can talk in.
My sister has been staying in London with her aunt and uncle, and yet she did not see Mr. Darcy or her 2 friends there during her stay.
In what part of town do your relatives reside?
Cheapside.
Oh, that would explain it, for Darcy stops in Mayfair, don't you, Darcy?
Yes, Aunt.
Darcy, how does your sister get on with
Very well, Aunt.
I hope you have told her that she must practice a great deal if she is to truly excel.
I assure you, madam, she needs no such reminder. She practices very constantly.
I am glad to hear it. Miss Bennet, do you sing and play?
A little.
Then you will entertain us. If I had ever learnt, I should have been greatly proficient, as would my daughter, Lady Anne, if I had that permitted. I hope you are listening, Miss Bennet. You need to practice more if you are truly great.
Do you mean to frighten me, Mr. Darcy? You must know my courage rises with every attempt to intimidate me.
I have held your acquaintance long enough to know that you enjoy professing opinions which are in fact not your own.
You only provoke me to retaliate, and such things make matters will shock your relations to hear.
I am not afraid of you.
How have you spent your time in town? Not dancing, of course.
Why, of course?
Because of your insistence upon being especially acquainted with your partners.
I have not the talent of conversing easily with strangers.
I do not play this instrument well as I would like. But then I have always supposed it to be my own fault, because I would not take the trouble of practicing.
You are quite right. We neither of us perform to strangers.
Miss Bennet has a good notion of fingering, but she is not quite as good as Lady Anne. Darcy, that friend of yours, Mr. Bingley, did you manage to help him to extricate himself from that imprudent engagement to that country girl of low connections? Did you save him from the embarrassment of that mistaken attachment?
Yes, Aunt.
He is glad to have a friend who had you to help him in such matters. I wish to move to the Blue Room now. Miss Bennet, you may stay and entertain us from here.
In vain have I struggled, it will not do. You must allow me to express how ardently I admire and love you. I I've done all that I can to conquer this powerful feeling that I have. It goes against every scruple of rational thought and common sense that I have. Your family being as it is without connection, the appalling behaviour of your sisters, your mother. But I assure you I am content to suffer all that under the judgment of my friends and family. If you will do me the honour of becoming my wife.
It is customary to express gratitude for such an offer, but I am so far removed that it is impossible. I have never desired your goodwill, and yet you have certainly bestowed it upon me most unwillingly. Any pain I have caused you is unintentional, and I hope will be of short duration.
And this is all the reply which I have the honour of expecting. I might wish to be informed, perhaps, why I am rejected with so little civility.
I might ask why, with so evident a design of offending and insulting me. You chose to tell me you liked me against your will, against your reason, and even against your character. You have insulted my family and worse. By your own design, I find to forever ruin the happiness of my most beloved sister Jane, who has done nothing to deserve such treatment. Can you deny your part in her separation from Mr. Bingley? Can you deny that you have done it?
I have no wish in denying that I did all in my power to separate my friend from your sister, and that I rejoice in my success. I have been kinder towards him than I have been towards myself.
And what of the misfortunes of Mr. Wickham? Also by your hand.
Yes, his misfortunes have been great indeed.
You disregarded the advantage granted him in your father's will, and yet you can treat the mention of his misfortune with contempt and ridicule. Incredible.
And this is your opinion of me? Well, I thank you for expressing it so fully. My faults, according to this calculation, are heavy indeed, but perhaps my offences might have been overlooked had not your pride been hurt by my honest confessions of my misgivings. But I will not be ashamed of the feelings I related. They were honest and just.
The mode of your declaration only spared me any concern I might have had in rejecting you had you behaved in a more gentlemanlike manner. But you could not have made me the offer of your hand in any way that would have tempted me to accept it. You are the last man in the world whom I could ever be prevailed upon to marry.
You have said quite enough, madam. I now perfectly comprehend your feelings and have only to be ashamed of what mine. Please forgive me for having taken up so much of your time. Accept my best wishes for your health and happiness.